What's up, Rams? My name's Ryan Crist, and I hope you had a fantastic spring break. I, for one, did not go anywhere, but I got to sleep in every day, and in my book, that's literally the only thing I live for. Speaking of not going where, if you're not going anywhere on April 6th, you should consider seeing the CSU annual fashion show at the Lincoln Center. Each year, students from the apparel and merchandising major try to create even more captivating garments than the year before. These students have been working on these outfits since the fall semester to make sure everything is perfect for this event. This year's show theme is Spectrum, where students have used a variety of colors to bring out light and create a spectrum. Tickets can be purchased at www.lctic.com, as well as a sneak peek of a few garments can be found on their Instagram at csu-fashion.show. Now, I'm excited to see what they're doing this year because last year they made dresses out of recycled World War II parachutes, so I don't know how they're going to top that this year. Spring is finally here, which means warm weather, flowers, and of course, those people who get those sneeze attacks, you know, the ones where they just can't stop sneezing right in the middle of class because they're allergic to literally oxygen. But honestly, I don't know if it's their sneezing that bothers me. It's the people who really annoy me are the ones who say bless you for every sneeze. Like, listen, Greg, we get it. They're blessed or whatever. Anyways, on a lighter note, as Keenan Cozart said, it's going to be warm this weekend, perfect to start some spring activities like gardening. And if you don't have a green thumb, don't worry because Gardens on Spring Creek will be having insider tips, tricks, and information to grow a successful home garden in Colorado. This event will take place Saturday the 24th from 1 to 3 p.m. and admissions is $10. The Gregory Art Museum was presenting their art in a unique way this past week. At the Gregory Alakar Museum in the UCA, their third Music in the Museum was going on, where two musicians came to play 10 Blake songs, which tied into the art surrounding them.
The theme for tonight was nature and the pastoral as a concept in visual art and in music and in poetry. So all of the music had to do with natural themes, and the gallery that we chose is the gallery that has a lot of sort of paintings of different natural scenes or landscape painting so that we could tie that in.
While the musicians were playing, a professor from the art history department was teaching us about the music and how it coincides with the art.
Together with this visual arts display, people relax into it and they can kind of feel their way through the music into the works of art. And I think that helps people to feel like the art itself is more accessible.
Music in the Museum has seen great success with CSU students and, most importantly, members of the community.
Every time I go to the museum, whether it's with my students or with my children or by myself, I'm always seeing members of the community who are in the gallery spaces. And I think that they really like to come to these kinds of events because it gives them a different take on what they can see just silently on their own. And having music in the space with the works of art also helps to make the art come alive in a different way.
To find out more, go to music.colostate.edu. Have you ever been home wondering where you should go out to eat? Well, if you have, you're in luck because in the light of March Madness, the Coloradoan did their own March Madness bracket, but not about basketball, but about food. Yes, throughout March, the Coloradoan has been getting its viewers to vote for their favorite/best burger place in Fort Collins. This tournament started on March 12th, where viewers could vote for the top 4 after narrowing down 80 options. The final 4 are Big Al's Burgers, DC Oaks and Brewhouse, Stuffed, and Nick's Italian. And I know what you're thinking. Nick's Italian does serve burgers, and apparently a pretty good one. The voting for this will end tomorrow at 5 p.m., and you can vote at the bottom of the Final 4 article on the Coloradoan website. Are you thinking about getting married but hate the idea of buying a ring? Well, a new fad might be right up your alley. Instead of buying a ring, young newlyweds are getting their ring finger pierced instead of buying an actual ring so they can save money. This has been a fad that's been going on for a while, but has just recently been becoming more popular. Now, when I first heard of this, I thought it was maybe a little exaggerated, like, do people actually do this? So to find out, I called local piercing store Covenant, where Shane Thompson, who has been piercing skin since 1990, told me what he had to say.
We've done quite a bit of it, actually. What we put in there is what we call a microdermal anchor. And it's a single point piercing that has a titanium foot on it, and we put a gem on the top of it. The gems can be many different sizes and shapes and all sorts of things. I think that it's a high traffic area, and if people don't take care of it right, they can certainly end up with problems. Absolutely, it's a trend that will pass. I've been doing them for about 10 years, and we don't do nearly as many as we do of other anchor places that are just as poorly thought out. So it's certainly one of those things that the people who doesn't succeed on, they're going to tell people who are interested in it that it didn't succeed on them, and it'll reduce the amount of people who want to get it done. And then the people who do have success with it, hopefully will help educate the people who want to get it done, who also want to get it that they know. And then we'll probably see a balance on it at some point,
These types of piercings are also one of the most temporary, as your body rejects it as time goes on, which is kind of a weird metaphor for marriage. So I guess if you're not sure about your upcoming marriage, this might be the ring for you. Well, Rams, that's all the time I have for you tonight. Make sure to stay tuned for Monday Night Sports Show, and have a great night, Rams.